The giant sequoia, the world's largest tree, originally from California, but now it seems perfectly at home in Britain.
Every weekend is that idea that you're going to find the biggest tree of its species.
Are you aware that there are over 60,000 species of trees in the world? Although this fact may be well known, it is less common knowledge that some trees are enormous, reaching heights almost as tall as mountains and providing spectacular views. Join us as we explore the world of colossal trees, where you will find out that the biggest tree on Earth is much bigger than your imagination. Number 15. The General Sherman Tree. The General Sherman Tree is beyond size. It's a timeless piece with an immense age that dates back to the 22nd century BC. It also tells a story of resilience and survival through millennia. This tree has witnessed countless seasons, weathered storms, and stood tall through the ages.
There it is. We got our first view of General Sherman.
Located in the giant forest of California's Sequoia National Park with an incredible volume of 52,208 cubic feet. This tree towers over its neighbors and commands respect from all who visit. This tree is so massive that even standing at its base makes you feel like a tiny ant looking up at a skyscraper. It measures about 275 feet, sitting on a base of about 36.5 feet.
And the General Sherman Tree towers 275 feet above the forest.
With an estimated age of over 2,200 years. This is a relic from the past. But one will wonder about the secret behind its size and longevity. The secret behind the giant sequoia's colossal size lies in the unique growing conditions found in the Sierra Nevada mountains. These ancient giants thrive in moist, well-drained soils at elevations between 4,000 and 7,000 feet. The Sierra Nevada's climate offers a perfect balance of precipitation and temperature, fostering an environment where these trees can grow uninterrupted for thousands of years. In addition to their ideal habitat, giant sequoias, as it's otherwise called, have adopted remarkable features that contribute to their longevity. Their bark can be up to 3 feet thick, protecting against fire and insect damage.
They need a nice, kind of frequent, low-severity fire for the health of these forests and the trees.
It has a conical shape that helps it withstand heavy snow loads without breaking. Number 14. Hyperion Tree. Discovered in 2006 by naturalists Chris Atkins and Michael Taylor, Hyperion is a celebrity among tree enthusiasts and environmentalists. It is celebrated as the tallest tree in the world, as it stretches a jaw-dropping 379.6 feet into the heavens.
At 380 feet, the tree named Hyperion is certified by Guinness World Records as the world's tallest living tree.
Hyperion, a coast redwood, Sequoia sempervirens, resides in a remote area of Redwood National Park, California. This giant has since captured the world's imagination and admiration. Hyperion thrives in an environment almost tailor-made for gigantic growth. The coastal climate delivers consistently moderate temperatures and copious amounts of moisture, both crucial for sustaining these towering giants. Redwoods are famous for their resilience and adaptability. Their thick bark provides protection against forest fires.
Really severe drought, recent damage from fire, either wildfire or prescribed fire.
While their shallow root systems spread out widely to anchor them in place. Back to its celebrity status, the coast redwood is almost in a secluded area. There is little or no logging activity there. This also has helped preserve the Hyperion for these long years. Now, what makes it unique? Measuring height is no easy feat when it comes to these colossal beings. Specialized climbers and laser rangefinders were employed to confirm Hyperion's record-breaking stature. Standing nearly 80 feet taller than the Statue of Liberty, this coast redwood isn't just tall, it's iconic. The tree supports a unique ecosystem from its roots to its canopy and dates back to prehistoric times, making them living relics. While other trees may boast impressive dimensions or ancient histories, Hyperion's sheer verticality sets it apart. Hyperion stands as a testament to nature's grandeur and resilience, reminding us of the incredible wonders hidden within our world's forests. Number 13. Methuselah Tree. Great Basin bristlecone pine, as it is originally called, got christened Methuselah for its longevity. Some call it the oldest living thing in history, and they are not far from the truth as its age is clocking in at 4,854 years. Amazing, right?
It'd be easy for this tree to be 1,000 years old. It would be easier for it to be 2,000 years old. Older than that would be unusual, but not impossible.
This venerable giant has witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, weathered countless storms, and stood the test of time like no other. Situated deep in the White Mountains of California, Methuselah was discovered in 1957 by Dr. Edmund Schulman. This remarkable tree has provided scientists with invaluable data on climate changes and environmental shifts over millennia.
It's also growing in a very unique place. It's growing in the White Mountains of California. The climate there is very, very different.
Its gnarled branches and rugged bark tell tales of perseverance through harsh conditions, making it a living archive of Earth's ecological history. The environment where Methuselah thrives is as fascinating as the tree itself. Nestled at an elevation of around 9,500 feet.
Like many bristlecone groves, we are standing at about 10,000 feet above sea level.
The Great Basin bristlecone pine endures extreme conditions, including frigid temperatures, high winds, and minimal rainfall. These hardy trees are well adapted to their high-altitude habitat. Their dense wood and resinous bark make them resistant to pests and decay. One intriguing aspect of Methuselah is the secrecy surrounding its exact location. To protect this ancient marvel from vandalism or harm, its precise coordinates remain undisclosed to the public. The U.S. Forest Service has implemented strict measures to ensure Methuselah's preservation, underscoring its irreplaceable value to both science and heritage. Number 12. The Centurion Tree. When you think of colossal trees, the Centurion often springs to mind as a true marvel. Named after its towering stature, this mountain ash Eucalyptus renens proudly stands as the tallest tree in Australia.
The thing that gets you going out every weekend is that idea that you're going to find the biggest tree of its species.
Reaching an awe-inspiring height of 327.5 feet. Imagine looking up at a living skyscraper in the heart of Tasmania's lush forests. The sheer size of the Centurion is breathtaking. To put it into perspective, if you laid it down, it would stretch longer than a standard football field. This giant resides in the Arve Valley, a part of southern Tasmania brimming with ancient forests and natural splendor. Its imposing presence is not just a testament to time, but also to nature's grandeur. Mountain ash trees like Centurion play crucial roles in their ecosystems. These giants act as significant carbon sinks, absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, thus aiding in climate regulation. Additionally, they provide habitat for numerous species like birds, mammals, and insects. The undergrowth around these giant trees is equally important, fostering an environment rich with fungi and smaller plants that contribute to the forest's health. How is this towering giant preserved? Preserving such an extraordinary tree requires diligent conservation efforts. The Tasmanian government has implemented several measures to ensure that Centurion and other mountain ash trees remain protected. Strict laws have been made to safeguard these ancient giants from logging and deforestation. Since wildfires pose significant threats, controlled burns and fire breaks are established to protect these critical areas. Number 11. Aral del Tulle. In the charming town of Santa Maria del Tulle in Oaxaca, Mexico, there's a natural wonder that has fascinated botanists, tourists, and locals alike: Aral del Tulle. This magnificent Montezuma cypress, Taxodium mucronatum, is often called the tree with the largest trunk, and it's truly breathtaking. What makes Aral del Tulle special is its incredible size. With a diameter of 38.1 feet and a circumference of 137.8 feet, it's hard to imagine just how huge this tree really is. To give you an idea, it would take about 30 adults holding hands to go all the way around this amazing trunk. Aral del Tulle isn't just an amazing plant, it's deeply connected to the culture of Oaxaca. The tree's story goes back hundreds of years, with a local legend saying it was planted almost 1,400 years ago by a priest of the Aztec storm god, Ehecatl. This strong link to ancient customs makes it more than just a tree. It's a living symbol of the area's rich history. In Santa Maria del Tulle, the tree is an important part of who they are as a community. They even have an annual festival called El Día del Árbol, Tree Day, to honor this natural giant, attracting people from all over the world to see its beauty up close. Aral del Tulle is also a powerful symbol for conservation efforts in Mexico and beyond. Over time, environmentalists have come together to protect this ancient tree from threats like city expansion and pollution. The local people take great care in looking after this giant tree, showing their deep respect for nature and history. Efforts include regular monitoring of the tree's health by experts who assess factors like soil condition, water supply, and potential diseases. These measures aim to safeguard Aral del Tulle for future generations, ensuring that its legacy endures. Number 10. The Pando Giant. Imagine an entire forest that is technically one single organism. Welcome to the world of Pando, the trembling giant.
It's called Pando, and it is the single largest living organism in the world.
Situated in the Fish Lake National Forest in Utah, Pando is not just any tree but a clonal colony of quaking aspen, Populus tremuloides. This extraordinary entity is estimated to be between 8,000 and 12,000 years old, making it one of the oldest living organisms on Earth.
And it's one of the oldest, largest organisms on Earth. It may be 80,000 years old.
Pando's claim to fame lies in its unique genetic makeup. While it appears as a sprawling forest with around 4,000 individual stems or tree trunks, every stem shares a single root system and identical genetic code.
All of these trunks are part of the same tree, connected in the root system and genetically identical.
This means what you see above ground are not separate trees, but clones sprouting from the same ancient root structure. Geneticists and botanists are fascinated by this natural wonder. Each stem lives for about 130 years before it dies off, only to be replaced by new growth from the shared root system.
With each individual clone stem having a lifespan of around 100 years, before being replaced by younger stems.
This cycle perpetuates Pando's existence, allowing it to span an area of over 106 acres and weigh an estimated 13 million pounds. Pando's resilience is nothing short of remarkable. Its ability to regenerate from its root system allows it to survive various environmental stresses, such as fires, diseases, and insect infestations. When part of the colony faces adversity, the underground network springs into action, sending nutrients and resources where they are needed most. Moreover, this resilient nature makes Pando a crucial component of its ecosystem, as it provides food and shelter for numerous species, including birds, insects, and mammals. Understanding Pando underscores the importance of clonal colonies in maintaining ecological balance. Conservation efforts are ongoing to protect this giant from threats like climate change and human interference. Scientists continue to study Pando's genetic properties, hoping to unlock secrets that could aid in global conservation initiatives. Number 9. Tama Maram. Have you ever been under a canopy so vast it feels like you're in a natural cathedral? Welcome to Tama Maram, the largest banyan tree in the world. This sprawling giant boasts a canopy that stretches over an acre, creating an impressive natural umbrella. The enormity of Tama Maram is something to behold. Its complex network of aerial roots and branches intertwines, forming a dense, leafy ceiling that offers shade to anyone lucky enough to visit. The tree covers an area equivalent to more than a football field, a testament to its slow yet determined growth over centuries. In India, Tama Maram isn't just a tree. It's a living legend steeped in cultural stories and spiritual significance. According to local lore, this banyan tree grew at the site where Tama, a devoted wife, committed sati, a now outlawed ancient practice of self-immolation, on her husband's funeral bonfire. Her sacrifice is believed to have bestowed the tree with divine protection and blessings. This mythical origin has turned Tama Maram into a pilgrimage site for thousands. People flock here not only to witness its grandeur, but also to seek blessings and pay homage. The tree is celebrated during various local festivals, adding layers of communal reverence and cultural richness. It goes without saying that a tree with such relevance should be well protected both ecologically and culturally. Several conservation measures have been put in place to protect this monumental tree. Efforts are made to ensure the health of its expansive root system, which can be susceptible to disease and environmental stressors. Local authorities have taken steps like fencing off critical areas and managing visitor numbers to minimize human impact. Number 8. The Manara Tree. Some trees are so tall that when you look up at it, you feel like you are looking at the sky. Meet Manara, the tallest eucalyptus in the world, reaching an astonishing height that leaves even seasoned botanists in awe. This tree is located within the lush confines of a Malaysian rainforest. This modern marvel stands as proof of nature's grandeur. Manara isn't just any eucalyptus, it's a towering giant. Discovered relatively recently, this Eucalyptus regnans, or mountain ash, soars to impressive heights. In metric terms, it stretches over 330 feet into the sky. When scientists first measured it, their jaws collectively hit the forest floor. This tree is not only a botanical wonder, but also an emblem of Earth's natural beauty. Eucalyptus trees are like the Swiss Army knives of the plant world, versatile, adaptable, and remarkably resilient. Native to Australia, but flourishing around the globe, these trees have evolved to thrive in various climates. From dry plains to temperate rainforests, eucalyptus trees can adjust their water consumption and leaf structure to suit their surroundings. This adaptability has allowed them to colonize new areas quickly and effectively, making them one of the most widespread tree species on Earth. Why should we care about this colossal tree? The answer lies in its environmental contributions. Eucalyptus trees are excellent at absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Manara alone drains an enormous amount of carbon, helping to mitigate climate change. Also, these trees provide shelter and food for countless species of birds, insects, and mammals. Their fallen leaves enrich the soil with essential nutrients. Additionally, by intercepting rainfall with their broad canopies, eucalyptus trees play a crucial role in managing water cycles within their ecosystems. Number 7. Cypress of Abar. Many trees are old, but few can claim to have seen as many sunrises as this ancient cypress tree in Iran. With age estimates soaring beyond 4,000 years.
And inside of Abar, there is the oldest creature in the world.
The Cyprus of Abar is not just old, it's practically eternal. Imagine an elder who has witnessed empires rise and fall, holding secrets of ancient times within its very roots. That's the Cyprus of Abar, a venerable giant nestled in the town of Abarku, Iran. This ancient cypress tree stands as a living testament to the passage of over 4 millennia, making it one of the oldest known living organisms on Earth. Imagine the historical events it has stood witness to, an unchanging presence through eras that saw the construction of the pyramids and the rise and fall of Rome. This colossal tree is like a natural time capsule, its rings silently narrating stories from epochs long gone. In Iranian culture, this tree isn't just an aged plant, it's a revered symbol woven deeply into local folklore. Known locally as Sarve Abar, this cypress is often associated with Zoroastrianism, the ancient pre-Islamic religion of Iran. Legends whisper that it was planted by Zoroaster himself, or perhaps by Japheth, son of Noah. As such, this majestic tree carries not only botanical significance, but also spiritual and cultural weight. The tree has become a site of pilgrimage for those who honor its storied past and seek to feel connected to a bygone era. It stands elegantly in its designated park area, a silent guardian amid modernity's rush. Such a precious relic deserves protection, and conservation efforts have been paramount to preserving this historic landmark. Over the years, initiatives have been undertaken to ensure that this ancient cypress continues to thrive amidst changing environmental conditions. The Iranian government, local communities, and international conservation bodies have all played their part in safeguarding this natural wonder. Protective measures range from physical barriers to prevent harm from human activities to scientific studies aimed at understanding its unique resilience. The focus remains steadfast, ensuring that future generations can stand before this arboreal giant and marvel at its enduring presence.
We visited few parts in the world and we have seen old trees, but not as old as these.
Now to a tree with national significance. Number 6. General Grant Tree. In 1926, President Calvin Coolidge declared the General Grant Tree as the nation's Christmas tree, adding a layer of cultural significance to its natural grandeur. But its status doesn't stop there.
It's not even like here, of this one. So this is how big it is.
In 1956, President Dwight D. Eisenhower designated it as a national shrine to honor those who have died in service to the United States, a unique distinction for any natural entity. Imagine standing at the base of a tree so colossal, it feels like you're staring up at a skyscraper. This is the awe-inspiring reality of the General Grant Tree in Sequoia National Park, known as one of the largest living trees by volume.
The General Grant Tree is so wide it would take about 20 people holding hands to make a complete circle around the base.
This giant sequoia commands respect and admiration from all who encounter it. The General Grant Tree boasts an impressive volume of 46,608 cubic feet, making it one of the largest trees on our planet. Standing tall at approximately 267 feet, with a base diameter of 29 feet, its sheer size is enough to make anyone's jaw drop.
It's a really huge tree, man, I tell you. It's really huge.
It's almost hard to fathom that this towering monolith started from a tiny seed, no bigger than an oat flake. Remember how this tree has national significance? This designation brings with it rigorous preservation efforts, aimed at maintaining its health and ensuring that future generations can marvel at its majesty. Efforts include monitoring soil conditions, managing surrounding vegetation, and even implementing controlled burns to mimic natural processes that benefit these ancient giants. What makes the General Grant Tree even more fascinating are its fire scars. These scars are not just blemishes, they are historical markers that tell stories of survival against all odds. Sequoias have thick bark that can withstand significant heat, allowing them to endure wildfires that would decimate fewer trees. Scientists studying these fire scars gain invaluable insights into past fire regimes and climate conditions, making the General Grant Tree not just a natural wonder, but also a living archive of environmental history. In a forest filled with some of the largest trees on Earth, this particular sequoia has always stood out because of its sheer size and magnificence. When compared to other famous giant sequoias like the General Sherman or General Grant trees, which are known for their volume or historical importance, the Washington tree was recognized for its height combined with wide girth. While many giant sequoias have wide trunks and great height, few match the Washington tree's combination of these features. This made it an important subject for botanists and tree enthusiasts alike. The tree's structure consisted of layers upon layers of bark, which acted as both protection and a record keeper of its ancient growth. The story of the Washington tree goes beyond its physical characteristics. It has also been at the center of scientific research conducted by organizations like the U.S. Geological Survey. Researchers have been particularly interested in how these trees adapt to environmental changes over centuries. With climate change posing ongoing threats to natural habitats, understanding such giants helps scientists come up with better conservation strategies. One significant aspect studied is how these trees withstand wildfires, a common occurrence in their natural habitat. The thick bark and high canopy play crucial roles in protecting them from fire damage, ensuring their survival through changing seasons and environmental challenges. Now, it's time for today's subscriber pick. Imagine walking through a forest and suddenly stumbling upon a tree that looks like it's been splashed with every color of the rainbow. You're not dreaming? This is the rainbow eucalyptus, native to the Philippines.
Beautiful trees I have ever seen. These are called rainbow eucalyptus trees.
Its vibrant, multicolored bark reveals a breathtaking spectrum as it peels away, shifting from green to blue, purple, orange, and finally, brown.
Contrast between the gold and the red and the gray and sometimes blue, it's outstanding.
But here's the twist. This stunning tree isn't just a feast for the eyes. It's harvested for paper manufacturing. Now, if that had you surprised, brace yourself, because the biggest tree on Earth is much bigger than your imagination. What's the biggest tree size you've ever seen? Let us know in the comment section below. Number 5. The Kauri Tree.
Mga mahikato o te kauri.
This is the New Zealand kauri tree, a living relic from a time when dinosaurs still roamed the earth. The kauri belongs to the Agathis australis species, part of the world's oldest conifer family, the Araucariaceae. This ancient lineage once spanned the globe, but after the extinction of the dinosaurs 66 million years ago, the family was wiped out from the northern hemisphere. Today, these trees are found only in the southern hemisphere, with 21 species in the Agathis genus scattered across forests from Southeast Asia to the Western Pacific. Among them, the New Zealand kauri is a true giant. These trees are keystone species, meaning they are crucial to the survival of their ecosystem.
But the main reason is that kauri trees are native to New Zealand. They're part of our heritage.
Imagine an entire forest ecosystem so intricately linked to the kauri that without it, the landscape would change dramatically, and many species could disappear entirely. The kauri creates a unique type of soil known as kauri podsol, in which only specialized plants can thrive. These plants have evolved to depend on the kauri, and without these trees, their future is uncertain. But what does a kauri tree look like?
This is my favorite tree in my garden. It's the tree I look at every morning when I come out onto my deck.
As you wander through the forest, you might first spot a young kauri with its narrow pyramid shape reaching toward the sky. Over time, as the tree matures and its crown spreads out, it sheds its lower branches, leaving behind a massive, column-like trunk. This trunk is covered in grayish bark with a distinctive hammer mark pattern, proof of the tree's resilience and age. Mature kauri trees also produce cones, both male and female, that play a vital role in the tree's reproduction. The male cones release pollen in the spring, while the female cones ripen over 3 years, eventually releasing seeds that are carried away by the wind, continuing the kauri's legacy. A typical kauri stands 30 to 40 meters high, with trunks that can reach over a meter in diameter by the time they're 600 to 700 years old. Some of the largest surviving kauri, like the legendary Tene Mahuta, boast trunk diameters of over 4 meters and are estimated to be between 1,500 and 2,000 years old. Yet, despite their size and longevity, kauri forests have been greatly diminished. Where once 1.2 million hectares of these majestic trees covered the land, today only about 7,455 hectares of mature kauri forest remain, scattered in isolated patches. These remnants are a poignant reminder of the past, a call to action to preserve what is left of these living giants for future generations. Number 4. The Sitka Spruce. The Sitka Spruce, otherwise known as Picea sitchensis, is a remarkable tree species that dominates the coastal forests of the Pacific Northwest, sharing this distinction with the western hemlock. As the largest of the spruce genus, some Sitka spruce trees reach heights of 80 meters and diameters of up to 500 centimeters, making them second in size only to the Douglas fir within their northern range. The Sitka spruce is native to a narrow coastal zone, commonly referred to as the fog belt, stretching from California to Alaska along the western coast of North America. Within its range, it typically grows on west-facing slopes, thriving below 900 meters in the northern regions and under 400 meters in the southern parts, such as California. Historically, the preferred seed sources for Sitka spruce planting were from the Haida Gwaii Islands, previously known as the Queen Charlotte Islands, and occasionally from Washington for southern sites like Wales and southwestern England. However, in recent decades, genetically improved material from British breeding programs has become widely available, leading to a shift in seed sourcing practices. What about ecology adaptation? The Sitka spruce is well suited to maritime climates with high atmospheric moisture, making it ideal for the wetter and milder regions of Britain, particularly in the north and west. It thrives on soils with poor to medium nutrient status and good moisture levels, and can grow effectively on drained peats and glaze. While it is tolerant of exposure and cold hardy, it is vulnerable to damage from late spring frosts and air pollution. Sites with less than 900–1,000 millimeters of annual rainfall should be avoided unless the soil maintains sufficient moisture. Number 3. Brown-top stringy bark tree. Eucalyptus baxteri, commonly known as brown stringy bark, is a medium-sized tree that is endemic to the southeastern regions of mainland Australia. This species is recognized for its rough, stringy bark that extends to the thinnest branches, as well as its lance-shaped or curved adult leaves, and distinctive green to yellow flower buds grouped in clusters of 9 to 15. The tree also produces cup-shaped or hemispherical woody fruit. In terms of height, brown stringy bark trees can grow up to 131 feet tall and form a linetuber, which is a woody swelling at the base that allows the tree to regenerate after damage, such as from fire. The bark is gray to brownish, with a stringy or fibrous texture that covers the trunk and branches. The leaves have a uniform glossy green appearance on both sides. Flowering occurs predominantly from June to January, with the flowers appearing in groups of 9 to 15 in the leaf axils. Brown stringy bark was first described in 1867 by George Bentham under the name Eucalyptus santalifolia var. Baxteri in the publication Flora Australiensis. Later, in 1926, John McConnell Black elevated it to the species level and published the name Eucalyptus baxteri in the Flora of South Australia. The species name Baxteri honors William Baxter, an early botanical collector in Australia. Eucalyptus baxteri is found in a variety of habitats, including wet forests, woodlands, heathlands, and coastal dunes and headlands. Its range spans from New South Wales, where it is limited to the southernmost regions such as the Nadgee Nature Reserve, through Victoria, where it occurs in coastal and near-coastal areas and extends inland to locations like Casterton, Clunes, and the Grampians. It is also found in the far southeastern regions of South Australia, including the Fleurieu Peninsula and Kangaroo Island. Number 2. The monkey pod tree. The monkey pod is a massive tree, capable of growing over 100 feet tall. Its crown can spread as wide as the tree is tall, creating a striking and symmetrical canopy. The tree's leaves are large and bipinnate, a common feature among trees in the legume family. Interestingly, the leaves close up at night or when it rains, which is why it's often referred to as the rain tree. The tree produces frilly, ornamental pink flowers that resemble those of the Albizia genus, and it is sometimes classified under this genus. The fruits are woody pods that contain several seeds and a sweet, edible pulp. The monkey pod tree is hardy down to about 32 degrees Fahrenheit, making it suitable for tropical and subtropical climates. To thrive, the monkey pod requires full sun and regular watering. It prefers rich, well-drained, moist soil, which helps support its rapid growth and large size. The tree is typically propagated by seeds, which are readily available and relatively easy to grow. The monkey pod is often planted as an ornamental tree, valued for its distinctive, symmetrical crown that adds beauty to landscapes. Additionally, the wood of the monkey pod is highly versatile and used for various purposes, including furniture, carvings, and construction. Number 1. The ponderosa pine. This is a large evergreen conifer that dominates the western United States landscape. Renowned for its majestic height and impressive wood, this tree is widely used for timber. Its long life and adaptability make it a significant species in various ecosystems. The ponderosa pine typically grows to a height of 60 to 125 feet, with a spread of 25 to 30 feet. It has a pyramidal to conical shape, especially in its youth, and becomes more irregular as it ages. The tree features dark, yellowish-green needles that are grouped in bundles of 3. The cones are oval, pointed, and prickly, measuring between 3 to 6 inches long. Young trees have dark brown to black bark, but as the tree matures, the bark transforms into an orangish-brown color with furrows and large, scaly plates. A distinctive characteristic of the ponderosa pine is the resinous or turpentine scent emitted by its bark, stems, and needles when broken or crushed. This tree is native to mountain areas, stretching from British Columbia down to Mexico and as far east as North Dakota and Texas. It often grows in pure stands and adapts well to various mountainous environments. The ponderosa pine thrives in full sun and prefers moist, well-drained, deep soil. However, it is highly adaptable and can grow in a wide range of conditions, including alkaline soils. The tree is drought-tolerant, fire-resistant due to its thick bark, and wind-resistant thanks to its deep taproot. However, it does not tolerate shade, flooding, or poorly drained soils. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.